Hi everyone, this is Carlo with La Mesa Verde. Today we're going to learn how to collect different types of seeds from different plants in your garden so you can actually save your own seeds at home. Today we're going to start off first with a process called winnowing. It's basically using wind, either from your breath or from a motorized fan, to separate the plant chaff from the seed heads, and all the other plant material, so that you are only left with seeds at the end. And so I'm going to go over the process, how you do it by hand, and I'll show you two different ways that you can do it at home. So this is a bag of lettuce seed that was collected one year. You can barely see it, but there's little black seeds in here. Those are actually little lettuce seeds, but it's mixed in with all this chaff, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to crush some of these in between our hands and put it into the pie tin. Just open this up. I'm just going to do a handful, that way it's not too messy. And what I usually do is just put it in my hand, just like this. And I rub my hands together like this to break up all the plant material and the seeds. And it will be messy a little bit, but what this does is it makes it easier for that chaff to come off and separate. Once you're done grinding it up a little bit with your hands, I just like to take off all the little chunks, and then I'll show you how you do this by breath. So if you come up to me, you can see that that's all the chaff and the seeds, right? So what you can do is use your breath to actually separate this. It's a little messy, so be outside where you don't mind plant stuff getting into it. All you do is have to blow. And I'll keep on doing this. See, the plant matter itself is actually really light, and so it actually keeps the seeds, which are heavier, towards the bottom of the pan. But you need a shallow container to do this, okay? And I'm just gently blowing it, not too hard. Okay, I'm going to show you another way to do it. We don't really have a breeze right now, so what we're going to do is we're going to use a motorized fan. This is just a personal fan, and show you how to just drop it in the air, put the fan right behind it, just to separate that chaff, okay? So I'll grab a handful. This one's a little messy. You can see most of the seeds are actually going towards the pan. And you just repeat this a couple of times. You will lose some seeds during this process, that's normal. But the seeds that don't fall into the pan are not good for germination because they're too light. It usually means the seeds aren't fully developed. But if you keep doing this over and over again, so if you do this over and over again, you can see that a lot of this chaff is being separated out. Okay. Actually, I'm going to grind this a little bit more because there's still some larger seed heads in here. Okay. Try it again. And you can see there's a lot of seeds in here. Now I'm going to do it with my breath. Okay. I'm just going to blow into the bowl again. And at this point, you can zoom in a little bit. You can see there's a lot more seeds than there is actually chaff. You may have to go in and just pick out the individual ones that aren't blowing away. But essentially, if you do this over and over again, you can separate the seeds and just have a majority of seeds that you can just put into a jar or envelope and save for next year. So this is basically how you do lettuce. And lettuce is really generous. It gives you a lot of seeds, so you only really need to harvest from 1 or 2 plants. So we're going to go ahead and move inside, and I'm going to show you a little bit about how to save from other vegetables in your garden.